Hi there, it's January 20th and time for Proverbs 20. Jump over there. Good stuff in here today, right? Writing them about 3/4 through. Okay, here we go. Wine is a mocker, strong drink, a brawler, and whoever is led astray by it is not wise. Okay, there's a note here, if I can get it to open. Or will not become wise. Yeah, it won't make you smart, that's for sure. By wine here is meant him that is given to wine, and so by strong drink. Okay. Some people like to drink, right? And it's obvious when they do. They think it makes them smarter, but it doesn't. Hey, the terror of a king is like the growling of a lion. Whoever provokes him to anger forfeits his life. Right? Don't make the king angry. 3, this is already highlighted. It is an honor for a man to keep aloof from strife, but every fool will be quarreling. Cease or keep away from it. Right? All fools are trying to get in other people's business. Don't do that. The sluggard does not plow in the autumn. He will seek at harvest and have nothing. Right. That happens. Okay. He's already said this before, right? Almost word for word. The purpose in a man's heart is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. A little different. Okay. A man of understanding can draw out that. Okay. Let's see if this note over here. It's hard to find out, for it is as deep waters whose bottom cannot be found, yet the wise man will know a man either by his words or his manners. Right? Sometimes, and I admit it in my life, back in my 30s and stuff, I sought the help of a Christian counselor, right, to deal with issues that get packed away down in the bottom of the deep waters. And a good Christian counselor can draw that out. Right? So you can deal with it. That's important sometimes. 6, many a man proclaims his own steadfast love, but a faithful man who can find? Right? People are all talk, right? Till it comes time for action. 7, the righteous who walks in his integrity, blessed are his children after him. Right? If you're always honest, do what you say what you do, right? Be the same person when nobody's around as when everybody's watching. Your children after you will be blessed, right? 8, a king who sits on the throne of judgment winnows all evil with his eyes. Kings. Who can say, I have made my heart pure and I am clean from my sin? That's a rhetorical question, right? It says it. It's almost word for word over here. 400 years and it hasn't changed, right? Who can say that? Like I said, that's a rhetorical question. Yeah? Okay. This, again, like I said, every other chapter at least. Unequal weights and measures are both alike an abomination to the Lord. And I have something that I found. I was waiting for this verse to come up again. Okay. I'm going to find it, and I stuck it in this file somewhere. Hard to find. There it is. Okay. So let's take this picture. Yeah. Rats. No. I'm messing things up here now. There we go. So we'll make this bigger just so you can see it. This is 2 cans of WD-40. We look at the top. 25 milliliter extra. More value for your dollars, right? 300 milliliters, 275 milliliters. But they're claiming, seeing the cans are the same size, but they're claiming this one has 25% more. 25 milliliters extra. Okay? Unequal weights and measures are both alike an abomination to the Lord. Okay? They are cheating you to try and get your money. And that happens with everything, cereal, coffee, right? If you want to be surprised, weigh your meat sometimes and make sure that what it says on the package is what it actually weighs. There are scales. Okay, there's a scale at the checkout. And they're supposed to be certified accurate, okay, or they can't use them. And there's a lot of videos out there where people says 3.25 pounds and it's only 2.1 pounds, including the packaging. So this goes on today. It always has, and it probably always will. Okay. 11, even a child makes himself known by his acts, by whether his conduct is pure and upright. Even a child can dissemble in his actions through though his conduct seems pure and upright, right? Even children, though they seem innocent and they act innocent, can make their hearts known by you watch them playing with other kids when they don't think you're looking at them. Okay, you will see their true self. It's easy to tell by adults. It's easy to tell by kids too, even children. Okay? Children are not innocent. Sorry. 12, the hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord has made them both. Right. Made everything. 13, love not sleep, lest you come to poverty. Open your eyes and you will have plenty of bread. Right. Don't be lazy. This is always a good one. 14, bad, says the Bible. When he goes away, then he boasts. Right. And you've probably heard somebody say, I got this really cool thing. I told the guy it was a piece of junk and he sold it to me for half price, but it's not. It's perfect. Ha! You will do that with things that people try to talk you down because it's not that good. And, just say no. Sorry, somebody else will buy it, so you don't have to buy it. If you don't like it, if it's not good enough for you, then, go away. All right. Okay. 15, that's important. There is gold and abundance of costly stones, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel, right? Knowledge and wisdom are the most valuable thing you can get right after fear of the Lord, right? 16, take a man's garment when he has put up security for a stranger and hold it in pledge when he puts up security for foreigners. Okay. I said he would say this in every other chapter too. All right, and he does. Okay, co-signing. Okay, don't co-sign. Okay. If you must co-sign, it says not to everywhere else, but get a collateral, okay? If you're a kid, Dad, I need a car to get to work. I don't have any credit. Can you co-sign for me? Okay, but I'm going to take your dirt bike and your gaming system, and I'm going to hold on to it until you pay the loan off. And if you don't pay the loan off, I'm going to sell those and get my money back. Okay? It's collateral. And they'll think twice about having you co-sign if they know they're going to want a collateral. Okay? 17, bread gained by deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth will be full of gravel. No. People that deceive people, okay, if you haven't, this doesn't make sense to you. And I'll admit it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but people who are deceitful, steal stuff, and get stuff by illegal means, it turns into junk, okay? 18, plans are established by counsel, by wise guidance, wage war. Always get good advice from wise people, wise guidance, right? It doesn't mean your friend. That means wise guidance. Find a wise person who has done it successfully. 19, whoever goes about slandering reveals secrets. Therefore, do not associate with a simple babbler or a gossip. Right? Right? Whoever goes about spreading rumors or slandering somebody else reveals secrets that they have no business revealing. Do not associate with these people. Do not associate with these guys. Did you hear what so-and-so did? Bye. Okay. I can't stress that enough. Okay. It's just Gossip is a horrible thing. God hates it. 20, if one curses his father or his mother, his lamp will be put out in utter darkness. Got that? Honor your parents. Honor your parents. Yeah. An inheritance gained hastily in the beginning will not be blessed in the end. Yeah, I like that. Have you ever known somebody that inherited money? Okay, I've known several people that have inherited money. Their parents worked all their life, spent 60 or 70 years amassing this stuff, and left it to their kids, and their kids spend it all in less than a year, and they're broke, okay? Something gained hastily in the beginning will not be blessed in the end. Every time, whether you win the lottery, whether you get an inheritance, okay? There's a secret to not doing this. If you want to bless your kids, it's called a trust, okay? And they can't do anything if you put it in a trust and you get so much every year. Okay? 22, do not say, I will repay evil. Wait for the Lord, and he will deliver you. Right? Don't get even. Don't get even. So what does that do? That makes you as evil and the same sinner as the person who sinned against you, okay? You want God to say, I saw him do this, I saw you do the same thing, you are both sinners, okay? You put you right down on his level. Let the Lord do that. Here you go. Unequal weights are an abomination of the Lord, and false scales are not good. Okay, we covered that up here. That's twice in one chapter, right? Twice in one chapter. Unequal weights, an abomination to the Lord. An abomination to the Lord. A man's steps are from the Lord. How then can a man understand his way? Right? God willing, right? If you follow the Lord, you're following the Lord. You're not making your own path. You're following the Lord. Do you always know where he's going? No. But you have faith and you trust that he's leading you where you need to go. 25, it is a snare to say rashly it is holy and to reflect only after making vows. Okay, that's... Lots of people do this, right? You're in trouble. God, if you get me out of this, I will give you half my income for the rest of my life. I promise, I vow to you. All right, and then after the Lord gets you out of it, you realize afterwards, you go, what did I do? I can't afford that. Right? People do that. A wise king winnows the wicked and drives the wheel over them. Wow, that's harsh, isn't it? 27, the spirit of a man is the lamp of the Lord, searching all his innermost parts. Breath, spirit. The breath is the spirit. That's kind of interesting. So the light of the Lord is the breath of a man, searching all the parts of the belly. The Lord God giveth life unto man and causeth us to see and try the secret of our dark hearts. So, how did God bring Adam to life? He breathed into his mouth. He breathed his breath, right? That's interesting. The spirit or the breath of a man is the lamp of the Lord, the human spirit. Right? God uses it to search your innermost parts. Good stuff. 28, steadfast love and faithfulness preserve the king, and by steadfast love his throne is upheld. We don't have kings. 29, the glory of men is their strength, but the splendor of old men is their gray hair. Working on that, huh? If you've lived long enough to get gray hair, that is a sign of honor. Right? 30, blows that wound cleanse away evil. Strokes make clean the innermost parts. Think of that when you're spanking your kids, okay? Cleanse away evil. So there you go. That's Proverbs 20, or the 20th. We'll go over the highlights here real quick. All right. We didn't highlight this, so we probably should have. Wine is a mocker, strong drink a brawler, and whoever is led astray by it is not wise. Okay. You're best not to drink, okay? It doesn't say not to drink in the Bible. It says don't get drunk. This is talking about people who like to get drunk, that are addicted to it. And it'll deal with that later in Proverbs too. So. Okay, we highlighted 3. It is an honor for a man to keep aloof, away from strife, but every fool will be quarreling. You got that? Keep your mouth shut. Stay away from that stuff, okay? Don't go to those protests, okay? You're not going to change them, okay? They're evil, and you're not going to change their minds. 5, we talked about this. The purpose of a man's heart. The purpose in a man's heart is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Right? Sometimes it's talk to your pastor or talk to a counselor, okay? They are trained in these things. There could be something down deep that's changing your whole personality that if you dealt with it would change you, make your load feel lighter, okay? Purify your heart. They're out there. You highlighted 10. We got the picture, right? Unequal weights and measures are both alike an abomination to the Lord. Still goes on today. It went on back then. Right? And it says it again down here. Unequal weights are an abomination to the Lord, and false scales are not good. Okay? Reiterates that over and over again in Proverbs. So it must be important, right? Don't cheat people. God will see that. He thinks it's an abomination. That's a harsh word, right? Okay, 14, bad says a buyer, but when he goes away, then he boasts. Don't be that person. I'm going to get a better deal, so I'm going to tell him it's a piece of junk and tell him everything, hey, and everything that's wrong with it. You know what? Don't buy it, okay? And then go away boasting to people. Look what I got, great deal I got on this thing. If they're asking that in the first place, pay it, but don't talk them down, right? And if you're the seller, somebody comes and tries talking you down, well, this thing, it's got a crack right here, and it's old, and it's discolored, and it's going to need a lot of work. And you say, well, then don't buy it, okay? Just don't buy it. I'll sell it to somebody else who can appreciate what I've got. Okay, 15, there is gold and abundance of costly stones, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel, right? There's plenty of gold out there, plenty of money out there. Knowledge is the precious jewel, okay? Knowledge is more valuable than money. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding, fear of the Lord. Not in that order, okay? Fear of the Lord always comes first. Okay, 19 is highlighted. Whoever goes about slandering reveals secrets, therefore do not associate with a simple babbler or a gossip. Do not hang around with gossips. People that spread rumors, okay? They separate friends. They reveal secrets that should not be revealed, okay? Somebody tells something in confidence. Say, please don't tell anybody I need prayer in this area. And that person goes and tells them, hey, so-and-so needs prayer in this area. Help me pray for him because he's got a trouble in this. And that other person doesn't know it's a secret. And he's going to start telling people. Pretty soon it's all over the church. You've lost a friend that you'll never get back because he knows where it came from originally. Okay? And if you're in the middle of this chain of this grapevine, they call it, get away from it. Step out of that, okay? Do not associate with them. Okay? You can't stress that enough. 21's highlighted, and an inheritance gained hastily in the beginning will not be blessed in the end. And you can see this everywhere. Sometimes people that, we talked about it, parents save all their life, give it to you, and you're broke in a year. 22 is important. Do not say, I will repay evil. Wait for the Lord, and he will deliver you. You don't want to do the same evil that person did. That makes you just as evil. Okay, here we go. We went over that one already. 25 is how it is a snare to rashly say it is holy and to reflect only after making vows. Okay? Don't ask God to get you out of it. Don't make promises you can't keep, okay? If you get me out of this, I'm going to do this and this and this, okay? You'll regret it later. And 27. The spirit or the breath of a man. God brought you to life by breathing into breathed into his nostrils. And that's the lamp of the Lord, searching all his innermost parts. You could make a very interesting study out of that one verse. So, there you go. That's Proverbs 20, or the 20th. This is a This is a red letter day, right? So what are we doing in our New Testament in a year? We are the rest of Matthew 13, okay? We're deep in the parables in this, so lots of parables and lots of stories and very important points that he's trying to get out to us. So stay tuned for that. Give us a like if you think about it, but later on we'll continue. See you then.